Hello everyone, I hope you have an amazing weekend. I'm here once again from my beautiful and cold Chicago. I hope that everything is good with you guys and is finish up this year in the best way possible. I'm one more here trying to transfer a message that I would like you to help you in some point of your life. As always, I says part of this creation of the podcast is just the idea to try to transmit, to transfer some knowledge to some ideas, to spread the word about fulfillment and why that's so important. And that is why I'm gonna go on to talk about it, because I feel like we lack of understanding why fulfillment is important in our life and why we should all aim to find it in some point in our lives, right? And I've been talking in the past about why I started this journey, what is my purpose of it, what is the intentions of it, and what is my idea to spread it, what is what I want to do. But I feel like I haven't talked about why set it up the right mindset, set it up the concept of it, set it up the whole concept out of it, and why is that important in our life. So the other day I was watching a videos because I like to see one Spanish program that is called Learn Together, right? It's Aprendamos Juntos. So there is always, they try to spread a word to try to improve humans' life. And this is something that I see myself one day being doing it, like being able to answer some questions, to be that kind of teacher or professor that can help and guide some individuals to overcome problems, lives, and improve and develop themselves in the way that they can find that beautiful equilibrium and dedicate their lives to live with fulfillment and have that balance that is so important and so needed that sometimes we are not aware of. Okay, so part of this, I just wanna say it, and the idea of it is just because I would like to clarify, right, why it's so important to define your fulfillment, and why it's so important to set it up that mindset, right? So as I'm talking about, I think like we have to understand what is or why we are components of it, okay? And as a humans, we have different aspects that we would like to be fulfill. The problem I found is that we mixed it up those, and is why we are so stressful, so depressed, so anxious, or whatever, because we want, for example, have some result physically, and the word physically, which means a body healthy, or we want wealth, or we want a relationship that we want, but we want it physically. But we have to understand that it's a part that we have not able to see, and this the set it up that we have to achieve those. You can have all the money that you want, but if you pretend that all the money it will just make you a good person, is completely wrong. Or do you think that have the woman that you always dream about it will make you feel satisfied when you have not been set it up your mindset before? It won't help. Even though you get the body that you always wanted and you work for it and you dedicate your life at it, but if you don't have the right set mindset that allows you to understand that that body, some parts of it you don't control, and what was the intentions out of it, it is just because you want to look good, you are aiming for health, or you just want to think that you are just a body, that is when the discomfort appears, right? I've been talking in the past as well that the importance of feel satisfied with the unconformity of the things. I don't know why people dedicate so many hours of the time of the day to why we dedicate so much energy to try to be comfort in our lives, and then comfort is actually what is killing you. So in this podcast I just wanna scope in two aspects, right? The importance of set it up a mindset and we understand our whys, and the importance of move, the movement. So I think that one I will break down in another podcast because it's very extended concept, and I will like really share you words about it. But majority of the people, we just want certain aspects on our lives to be good, and we want of those aspects to be enough. What I'm trying to say with this, people just want to everything good happen just to me. Nothing bad happen to me. I want everything that I want, and I will be able to enjoy. And that is right. That is the way that we think positivism has to be set it up. And then you think just like, oh, I just want health, I want wealth, I want a family, I want happiness, I want time, I want the perfect job, I want the positivism is just based in certain things that are actually not realities, right? I'm not saying that it's bad to be positive, right? And that is when everything becomes a little more complex to explain, because the concept of positivism is just that you try to find the positive way out of any situation. It's not just thinking that just positive things is going to happen to your life. And that is where I feel like people fail and set it up that positivism mindset, right? So negativism, it's for on the other hand, is just not able to see the beautiful out of any situation. We just want that everything sucks. It's sun, it sucks. It's rain, it sucks. I'm awake when I'm awake up. I'm awake, it sucks. I'm sleeping, it sucks. I'm healthy, it sucks. I'm not healthy, it sucks. You know, this is the mindset that at the end, it doesn't allow you to enjoy your life. So first of all, you have to set it up that part of your mind, right? Is be able to understand that the way that you see the things doesn't matter the circumstances. You should be able to see some positive out of it. It always, wherever you are, is always a magnificent and a blessed place to be. The second part of setting up a mindset is to understand that it's ironic and it's very stupid to think that it just good things is going to happen to you in your lifetime. You have to understand what actually life is, right? We have to be aware that we live in a life when it's constantly in movement. Life, everything, go outside, everything is movement all the time. Everything is moving. The earth is moving even though you are not able to perceive it. Water is moving, the wind is moving, the nature is moving, you are moving, like everything is moving, because movement is equal life, equal existence. So nothing that exists is remain static. Nothing stays static, not even the water, nothing. Even the rock, you think that it's got a static, but it's changing, it's moving, is even the food. If you leave the food there, yeah, apparently is nothing is moving, but inside them the atoms, the components, there's something that happens. So I want you to be able to set it up that mindset. Movement is needed to improve, and even though you don't see the improvement, the things are changing, and changing can be a significance of something that you will find grateful out of it or not, because at the end, when you don't set it up, the attitude in your life, knowing that not only good events that happen to you, and as soon you accept that, your life will be improved, because people is just one good things happen to you in your life. I just want things good happen to me. And that doesn't mean, or that doesn't make you a bad person thinking that you just want bad for the others and just good for you. No, that is, I think, a surveillance or whatever, but I don't think that is the case, because first of all, it doesn't depend on you, an instance, but understand that in your lifetime, it's just not going to happen just only good things to you. You start to prepare your minds and to be ready, right? Is what I found, for example, the philosophy very interesting, because it's help you to set it up a mindset that you can be good independent of the circumstances. And in the Bible, I found so many relief understanding that the things sometimes you just have to be tested, right? You have to be able to prove from what are you made of, right? And what is your strength, and what are your skills, and what are your weaknesses, and what things you have to work. But everything has to start with your mindset. You have to set it up a mindset strong. And when I say strong, it doesn't mean to not suffer. That doesn't mean you are unstoppable or indestructible. That is not about it. It's just completely the opposite. It's just understanding the awareness of that you are a human that has sensibilities, that have emotions, that have sensations, that just help you to color, that create a colorful life around you, but that doesn't determine who you are, right? And why is, at the end of the day, is why it's so important to set it up yourself to understand that some things, it won't happen just good things to you. Because I'm sure, and I'm 100% sure that things that you won't like, it won't happen to you. So it's better to be prepared than to not be. It's just people that try to make everything to be so naive and ignore the circumstances or consequences of the things. Imagine that everything is just good. And I come to my mind right now one image of one burning house in a fire and one dog in the center saying like everything is okay. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, is many people, their life is burning around them. Everything is falling apart and they just want to pretend to be good and they want to be just positive. And this is what I'm trying to express you, like that is just concept of craziness, right? Because you are not doing anything different just to set it up a mindset that is not enough and think that everything else it will change because cause and effects. And that is not true. Awareness is in knowing that things that I don't like, that I don't choose, that I don't prefer, that I didn't want me to happen, that I don't like to happen to me, is going to happen to you. And how I will react of it, right? Understand that I do control just my will. It's the only thing that is 100% depends on you. Everything that is free by nature. And that is what you have to set it up your mindset. First of all, is just focus on what actually you control. And because you control that part, you can determine what actually you want to happen and what don't, right? But outside of you, that includes your body and whatever is outside of you, do not set it up your mindset thinking that bad situation is not going to happen to you, because that is not true, right? And that is the second principle. The first principle is set it up a positive mindset. That doesn't mean you are ridiculous or ignorant enough to thinking that everything is always good, always. No, you just set it up a positive mind in the things that you can control, right? And then the second principle is understand that it will happen to you situations and you will be in circumstances that you don't like, you don't prefer, and you don't want to be, but it's going to happen. People around you is going to die, sickness is going to arrive, failure is going to pass to your life, you will lose things that you like, but as soon that you accept that, is the faster that you will overcome that. And the third principle is, as I always end up in this, is be grateful. Be grateful because whatever place that you are in a very special place that always could be worse. So this is a fundamental principle that I feel like is very important to understand. That doesn't matter where are you, if you are grateful, you are able to see the positive part of it, and you are able to overcome the situation easier, and you will be able to see how to overcome that situation. Why? Because if you don't do nothing, right, I think overall it's just easier and better to be prepared even though it did not happen to you, that do not prepare you, And when the situations come to happen to you, you won't be ready to overcome it. Nobody's telling you that the life has to be easy. Nobody's telling you that you should have a good parents. Nobody's telling you should have a good boss. Nobody's telling you should be in a good economic or political system. Just you have to be part of it, one, and that's it. And that is where we fail, thinking that majority of our families, we are just all the traumas. I will say 80 or 90% of the traumas that adults has is situations that happened with them when they were kids. And just because we are lack of information, lack of purpose, we are lack of courage, we are just weak enough to blame, thinking that because my parents didn't give me this, they didn't do me this, and they didn't want me, or they are not good with me, and then my life is just a mess. That is just so responsible when you are who set it up your mindset to succeed or to fail. When people, I hear many people, right? And I like to see videos. I like read a lot of books. I see documentaries. I like to hear and listen different situations, sometimes contradictions, but it's because I like to set out my own opinion. And that nowadays is just more important, but I understand how people do not have their own personal opinions. We just repeat what I'm saying. And I was talking with my wife not too long ago, and we were set it up that at the end I was explaining her like we learn from three aspects, right? We learn from what experience we had in the past, what we have seen or hear, and what we're being taught about it, right? But those three things is just how we process the information based on the information that we have in that time. But if we are able to get a new information and we process different information, we are able to change that patterns, right? We can change the pattern of money, we can change the pattern of law, we can change the pattern of purpose, we can change the pattern of intentions, right? People who is hurt is more likely probable that they will hurt someone else. People who is health is highly probable they will spread health. So at the end, we are just a reflect of who we are. But the thing is, we don't like to think in who we actually are, because that requires a lot of energy, a lot of confrontations, a lot of vulnerability, a lot of questions. We have to question ourselves why I believe what I believe, why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I want what I want, why I am with the person what I am, why I'm living what I'm living. You know, that those things, I don't know why. We are just an automatic pilot. And we just keep going, and we don't know what it's actually doing. And then later we blame anyone else but us. Everyone else but us is the only ones who don't take responsibility. In my book on the Pyramid of Fulfillment, that by the way you can access already in Amazon, I'm talking about one process, that IRA. It is not the IRA when you used to deposit your funds and it's for your retirement. No. That IRA is as importance, responsibility, and actions. What actually is important for you, it will determine it for which things you take responsibility for, and when you take responsibility for, you are able to change it because you are able to act for it or against it, right? My wife and I, we just went through one very painful process. I think if I had in my life a bad day, it was that day. And it's just I realize that how much pain I feel when I see someone that I love going through pain. And I realize that it's just a reaffirmation of what my purpose is. My purpose, I want to spread wellness. I want to spread fulfillment. I want to able to inspire people to enjoy and like life, to don't waste it, to do the best that you can, because this is what fills me in. And because if I am able to spread, to help, to contribute, to develop humans, I will be able to be so just grateful for the life that I have, and I will be able to enjoy who I am. but actually is the opposite side, that knowing that seeing people that I love suffering, it caused me more suffering to me than actually my own suffering. And it's just because I just want people to be able to see their life as a perfect gift that was just given to you, to live it. You are not here to question it. You are not here to complain about it. You are not here to waste it. Just live it. Live your life. And when I'm saying that, live it with responsibility. Live it with intentions. Live it with actions that prove the grateful that you are, and not necessarily just because it's a waste of time. I don't see myself just, my life is just work, even though it's the only thing that I do, right? Because that is so miserable. But it does change the fact when you set it up a mindset, a strong mindset, when you put your principles, you put your intentions, you put your purpose, and you serve it, and you live your life living by that, understanding that whatever who you are, all the cells that compose your body, your mind, your spirit, is just an unanimous harmony that you are able to spread whoever you are to add and contribute to this system, that everything is in correlation. We are correlative to each other. We are individuals that lives independent, but we are interdependent in the system that we belong to. So you are not interdependent of wherever you are, because you exist. You are occupied a space in certain time and wherever you are. So whatever action that you have, it has certain interference with someone else. When you understand the beautiful of it, you won't be able to have waste your life. You won't be able to don't do nothing. You won't be able to just exist in, because you will see the responsibility out of it. And then your work just give you identity. And if you don't like your job, just change it. But this is a matter of it, how you see it. And of course, people will say, "Oh no, but I don't have enough money to succeed. I don't have enough education." Okay, what are you doing to change it? You always have tools. You always have some skills that you can use in your favor. And it's why people, when it says, "Oh, life is unfair," I don't see where is the unfairness. Maybe it's unfair from your point of view because you just want to happen good things to you. But that is not right. Who are you, and in which enormous wisdom and knowledge that do you have to say it, that the life is unfair? From what point of view? Because when you see it, everyone here came in the same way. Everyone born in the same way. Everyone die in the same way. What I'm saying is not the what caused the death. It's just we end up in the same place. We all have the same sources, which is time. How do you use your time and how you turn into something that you want is just different. When just people is eating healthy and working out, another one is just wasting time and feeding whatever they found, right? Yes, you can say, yeah, but some people come retarded because, I don't know, like, it's signs of whatever. Yes, it hurts, but it was meant to be for some reason. That doesn't change the fact that you don't have enough time. And then, yes, it sucks. Many situations sucks, something that we and my wife experienced that I won't desire to anybody to happen. But you are not here to understand why those things happen. It's not your responsibility. You don't need why to blame God or universe or whoever, because you don't know why those things happen in the way that it happened. It's just you don't have the information of it. So you cannot say that it's just unfair when you are like a completely history of what the situation happened, right? You are just seeing a frame of a specific situation and moment in one big picture of lifetime that you are not even aware of it. But when you go to the basic stuff, the life is just fair and beautiful. And having the right mindset at the end, what it matters is that for you in your life, you live your life fulfilled. And when you are fulfilled, you are able to contribute. You're able to lead. You're able to give. You're able to grow. You're able to enjoy. You're able to, it does help. And at the end, it costs the same energy. Change the decision how you want to set it up your mindset is when you realize that it's just a matter of decision. I remember many times I carry on a very, very heavy weight and I was just not completely fulfilled. I was just not satisfied. I didn't know what was my north. I didn't know what I want. But I realized that in order to me to grow, I need to be hands open. And hand open means you have to release. And that is majority of our problems. We want to get more. We want to try to catch more. And all for us. But you don't realize that when you don't care nothing that exists in the real life, in this physical life, meaning, it's just you feel like you are full of spirit and love, and you are fulfilled, and then certain way everything starts coming in, and when the things that you don't want to lose, you lose it. In the way that my wife and I did, is just give you peace to understand that you are returning things. That you are returning something that you weren't ready yet to receive. And what you have to do, just get ready to receive it. It's not needed to blame. It's not needed to feel guilt. It's not needed to punish you. It's not needed to carry on with this weight. Just release it. Leave it. You don't like it. You don't like to feel it. Release it. And people will say, oh, what is so hard? Why you do that? I cannot do it. It's easy to say it. It's as easy as you think it is. If you think it's hard, it will be hard. And yes, it sounds ridiculous, but it's for someone that has experienced that. I understand you. I know that you might have that heavy weight that is punish you, is pushing you and putting your face against the floor and the ground, and you are just feel like you are losing, and life is punish you and is giving you is kicking your ass. But it will just depends on you, because the fears are feeding by your thoughts. You created it. You feed them. And as long as you decide to stop feeding them, they are gonna die. No, I'm not telling you it's gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. But it's possible. It is just needed your decisions. So set it up a mindset. It's just as important, even more important than how you express the things in the physical world. And the mindset that you have to set it up first, that you have to be grateful, that you have to recognize that you just control what is in your will, that is free by nature. That is the thing that just depends of your decision. That is the only thing that you control. Not your body, understand it. Your body, you don't control that. Identify your purpose. How? Your purpose is always related with something that has to be with someone else. Something that if you are naked, you are able to do so by nature, like simple, like it's just happen. It's so natural for you to do, right? And you will be able to find yourself in a way that you will have north to pursue. and change the things that you don't like. So recap the principles. You have to understand that positivism is not just pretend that everything is good and that's it. Another principle is understand that things going to happen to you even though you don't like it or you don't prefer it or you don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen. As soon as you understand that, you will be ready for anything that comes to your life. And you will just be maybe sad, maybe crying, maybe painful, but you will go through. That is the most important part to understand. It's not about like you are not going to suffer. It's the same as thinking that bad things are not going to happen to you. It's about to understand that life, it comes with everything. It's not just success. It's just not good things. It's not just happiness. It's just not fulfillment. Fulfillment is actually understand that with all palette of colors, grays, blacks, yellows, and reds, it comes together with the greens, blues, whites, and you know what I'm saying? It comes together. So it's a complete life. It's not just what you wanted. It's not sorted out just events. These events I want in my life, and the other events I don't want in my life. And that is the majority of the problems that I have seen and experienced with some people in the process of heal, and the process of growth, and the process of achieve fulfillment. And the third one is just be grateful. Be grateful because you are in a place so blessed. Wherever you are, whatever you have, whatever you are hearing me, you are listening to me. Wherever you are in a just magnificent place where you can do something about it. And it's just not, remove the magic of it, remove those fairy tales of it. It's just reality. It's just, wherever you are, it's just require your effort. It just require your decision. It just require a mindset. And your life cannot change, but it will depend on you. If something is not working, it's because you are not allowing yourself to change it. I've just seen that it's going in a failure through failure through failure, and you say, what? Because in some way they make peace out of it, and they just like to be victimized. And then it's just people that, despite their success, they are just not fulfilled. Because they decided that what's more important is just the things that they think that they own, things that they think that belongs to them, or people they just craving for things that they don't have and they don't want. That they want but they don't really want it. It's just because they have the fake idea of having it, their life is gonna change, but they don't understand the poverty of mindset and that lack of all this time is being wasted imagining and dreaming to have those things that they don't have. And that just makes you miserable. When you enjoy, and that is the fourth principle. This process is just going to work if you were thirsty, you make a line, a straight line, and connect when your spiritual part says it, your mental and emotion part say it, and your physical word say it. When you make that bridge, that connection in a straight line, and you connect it, and you say, okay, this is what I want, and those scenarios, without doubt about it, is going to happen. The problem is, I know when I talk about it, people just want to be happy, but they just focus on the miserable part of their lives. That is not going to happen. People just want to be successful because they believe successful is just have fame and money. And until they don't have those two things, they think they are miserable. Or people with all that they have, they think that they still need more. Or maybe they think that because they have everything, they don't have nothing else to pursue. And they will never be fulfilled in that way. So in all these scenarios, what is the missing part? They truly believe in the bridge and connections of everything. Knowing
that, for example, you have, as much as you are willing to pay the price for it, understanding that that physical world is not the most important part. It's the things that you wanted, it's fine, but it's not the most important part. As long as you understand that principle, that is the fourth principle and last one, it won't, your life is not gonna change. I know people is like, oh, it's fine, I'm not hurt, I'm not hurt. But deep inside of you, it hurts, is it will hurt forever. If you think I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, but deep inside of you, you care of it, is always will be a painful process for you. So the only way that works is if you connect all the dots in a straight line and you make those bridge out and you make peace out of it. Which means a relationship that didn't work, a job that you didn't have, money that you might didn't have, a spiritual failure that you have, a broke relationship with your parents or mother you don't have, a loss that someone that you love part away. As long as you don't make the connection between all these words and you make peace out of it, nothing is going to change your life. You have to make the peace spiritually and understand and change that programming from it. And mentally and emotionally, you have to overcome and change the programming of it. And physical, that sometimes or usually is the easy part, it will be a consequence out of it. And when you understand that process, it was just simple. When you say, I don't care what that person thinks, you have to really understand that why you don't care. It is true that you don't care, and you take out the importance of that care, and then it's true. You don't care what that person thinks. But if you think that I don't care about that opinion, but inside of you something is still like, oh fuck, this person has right and I don't like it, and it is just not gonna be honest, and it is the thing that you will never be happy because you didn't make the straight line and the bridge and connection. Oh, something in you of these four words are not connected. By the way, this is a parenthesis. Sorry, my English is bad, so I know sometimes my pronunciation is not accurate or the conjugation of that one, but please focus on the message, okay? I said like the four words, okay, is the word of the spiritual process, mental process or rational process, emotional process, and physical world, okay? So when you don't make that bridge and line of those four words, and you don't make that bridge happen in a straight line and connected those dots, is not gonna be natural. And you won't be able to set it up the mindset that you want, that brings just fulfillment. I'm telling you, I'm probably in pain for the loss that we had, but I'm just accepting and I'm in peace of it. I'm not telling you, you do not pretend that doesn't hurt. It hurts, and enjoy that part too. And understand that things can happen. It was a possibility, it happens too. But there's no need to punish you forever and miss this present and this beautiful time that could be beautiful if you allow it to be. I decide to be a person with meaning, live my life accordingly to my purpose, and dedicate to do so, but just be patient because it's a timeline that it probably it's gonna take 40 years, 50 years. I don't know how many years more I will be in this earth, but the time that I'll be here, I have to play my roles accordingly. I have to play my role as a son, as a brother, as a friend, as a boss, as an employee, as father, as husband, as uncle, as all the roles that I will be able to play. I want to play it the best possible way. Just because, why I will not do it? I don't get it. I don't see point of not doing it. For any reasons what I can see, I don't see the point why not to. And I don't want to be the smartest, I don't want to be the famous, I don't want to be the richest, I don't want to be the poorest. I don't want to be the average either. I just want to play the best that I can, each role that I need. And at the end, I just play in the role as a man with responsibilities, with my veins and my cells and my atoms, everything just tell me that I'm here to lead, to provide, to protect. And that's it. If everyone plays the role that I have to, and I have to be honest, and I have to be coherent and consequent and consistent and disciplined and grateful and humble, everything else is going to happen. I know I'm going to be rich. I just need to make sure that I will be ready to have that wealth, because it will come with a lot of responsibility. I know I'm going to be able to help and lead a lot of people. I just want to be prepared for it. I know I want to be a father. I just need to be ready for it. I know I just want to be a great grandfather, but I need to be ready now and prepared for it. I know I want to be I have my own company, but I just need to be a good employee, just because I need to be the good man that I can be. And then the rest is going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, it's not my problem. It doesn't depend on me. I will do what is my point, what is my part. And that's it. Stop, and I think that is where we fail. Stop controlling things that do not depend on you. Stop trying to control the ins and outs. This is not a process that you control. You can control a process of production, you can control like what outcome that you want, but always consider unexpected things, because it could happen. You cannot plan just that everything just perfect and ideal the way that you want it, because you are just an imperfect creature. How you pretend that you just have all the information needed to just always to succeed, even though, for example, I love investing in stocks. And so many people have like a 90% of accuracy, and 98% of accuracy, 99% of perfect, but it will always a percentage of lost. You will lose in your life. Accept it. Don't punish yourself. Don't suffer for it. Don't punish the rest of your future, the rest of your life, for one single event that in some point you didn't have nothing to do with. And if you do so, it was meant to happen. You don't have to understand why. You don't have to know the moment that is going to happen. Is why God was so wise when He just told us that we want to die, but He did not tell us when. That as simple as that. Just accept that part, and I promise you, your life just will be better. Don't lose time be depressed. Don't lose time trying to be anxious. Don't lose time to prove something to someone. Do not lose time, do that. Just do the best that you can. Focus, effort yourself, hard work, and be patient. It's as simple. Nothing new. Nothing new. It's been the same since the beginning. The problem is we complicate many, many, many things just because we are so arrogant, we are so egocentric, narcissist, that we know and we want and we decide and I want to, no, stop that. But these old movements is just messed it up the whole humanity, thinking that, oh, we have to include this. It's not. The life is as it is. Including things that shouldn't be included, that's what make it better. If it doesn't improve your life, what makes you think it will improve the rest?
We are just different as we should be. It's not a single DNA similar. It's not a single human being similar. Why you want to include every single one with this? There's not possible. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your life. Remember these principles, and I'm sure your life is just gonna go improve.